Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the positives of spinal fusion. So a lot of the time, sometimes I focus on the negatives such as pain and sitting and the negatives. But today in this video I really want to highlight the positives of spinal fusion surgery. So I'm going to be talking about this from my perspective. Obviously I can't talk for everybody, everyone has a different experience with the spinal fusion, but I just want to give my take on it, and hopefully this will help you if you are looking to have spinal fusion, or you're thinking about having it in the future, or you just got scoliosis, or you've just had spinal fusion. I just want you to watch this video and understand that spinal fusion does not limit you, and can be so positive. Let's get into it. So for me, there's been many positives to having the spinal fusion surgery. First of all, my posture. I am relatively even now. I haven't got one shoulder that much higher than the other one. My hips are very even, and overall for me I find it a lot more aesthetically pleasing, a lot more symmetrical, and I'm really happy with it visually, how it looks. Another point is my scar. I love my scar and I love wearing any outfit to show it off. Another one is posture. So as I sit really well, really upright, I feel like I look really confident, and people compliment me on how I sit, and that's a nice one. Leading on from that, like how it looks, I just feel like I'm overall much more confident in myself as a person. In terms of like the physical aspect of it, as I'm fused from basically just the bottom of my neck to the bottom of my back really, the curve won't get worse. So I know that some people, where they're only fused a small section of their spine, sometimes a curve can get worse either above or below the fusion, but for me, hopefully I don't think that will happen because I am fused basically all of my spine. So another one that's lovely is just the community that surrounds scoliosis and spinal fusion. There's lots of forums on Facebook and groups on Facebook, as well as Instagram, people like teaching others how to do like different exercises that either have scoliosis or spinal fusion, and just support really. And that's something that I didn't know was out there maybe 10 years ago, but now obviously everything's moved on a bit, and yeah, there's lots of community support for yourselves and myself. So for me, when I had scoliosis, I found out that I had scoliosis because I went for an x-ray on my chest. I had ongoing chest infections for multiple years as like a child, young teenager. So I finally had a chest x-ray. They found out I had scoliosis obviously from the x-ray, and now following my fusion I am a lot more healthy, just all round. I don't have any problems with my lungs anymore with chest infections, and I think that's got a lot to do with like the pressure that's been put on all your internal organs when you do have scoliosis. So for me, my scoliosis and spinal fusion has inspired me throughout my education and looking forward to my career. Obviously I have had maybe a little bit of a different journey to others, which means that I look at problems and issues a bit differently. So hopefully in the future I hope to use my experience with this and how it has affected me in order to help other people. And I have seen a lot of other people that have had scoliosis or spinal fusion. They are also using it as something to like progress their career. They're really helping other people with these issues, and I think it's just been such a positive for me. Something that I have done for about a year now is I draw people's spines. So I draw people's spines who have scoliosis or spinal fusion in the hope to show them that their spine is truly beautiful. And that's something that I would have never done without having this, and I just love doing it. So another one that leads on from that is that obviously by going through the surgery and the pain and the awareness of your body, you are a lot more empathetic to others and to people in like different circumstances to yourselves who have like maybe chronic pain or some other type of illness or disability. You are a lot more empathetic and understanding, and that I just think that's so lovely, and I'm very happy that it's given me that. So for me, I had my spinal fusion surgery when I was 14. I was swimming up until that time competitively, and then after that I didn't really do much exercise for a while, let's say, but for the past like 6 years I've really got into going to the gym, getting back into exercise, and I can say that my spinal fusion doesn't negatively affect my ability to go to the gym. Maybe there's a few exercises that you have to do differently, but on the whole you can still go to the gym. You can still do a lot of the exercises and sports that you want to do or have done before the fusion. So a big one for me is travel. So having my fusion, it has impacted how I travel, but it still allows me to do so. I just have to maybe think about things a bit more, but I'll be talking about that in a future video. So I'm going to be going into in a lot more detail each of those positives in a future video and talking about them in a bit more detail for you. My next video will be the negatives of spinal fusion. So although I've talked about a lot of the positives, there is still a few negatives that need to be addressed if you are thinking about having the spinal fusion surgery. So yeah, make sure to check that one out. Bye.